Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Exploring DC, where we take a piece of DC and explore a few. I'm your host, Josh. With me, as always, is my co-host, Jalen.
What's good, guys?
Luis and Jackson are still on sabbatical. Jalen, I feel like I should stop saying "as always" when I talk about my co-host, because half the time, someone's missing.
Well, I'm always here.
You're
I'm
always
always
here.
here.
You're
See,
honestly
yeah, but
yeah,
say,
you're the most
so you can do
dependable,
as
man.
always
As
with
always,
me, man.
Jalen. And then I'm like, sometimes Jackson and Luis. Nah, they're finishing up college, man. I don't even blame them. I I was doing this podcast, I think, when college was ending, and it was tough, man. But that's when we were first starting, so I was way more like, let's get this ball rolling. And
Mhm.
now, if I was like doing a whole thesis project, Luis was telling me about his, and he's like, I haven't started, dude, and it's due in 3 weeks. I'm like,
Yeah. And what's crazy, right?
yeah,
So how our thesis project are for film, you have to write, direct, edit, and release a 7-minute short film.
yep,
And if
Mhm.
Luis has not started,
no,
my boy is cooked.
dude.
He might
Oh
he
no.
might be cooked.
I was like,
Oh boy.
Luis, your whole month is just gonna be that. He was trying to be on too. He's like, I'm gonna be on this week, and I'm like, I don't think so.
That's a good idea.
But we'll get him back. Luckily, we got a guest to fill in, a longtime friend of mine in DC TV Center, Jack of Jack Infinity fame. Jack, you almost have like what, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube now?
I'm 2 subscribers away.
There you go, dude.
Just to
Yeah,
my Invincible season 4 shorts are like
yeah.
popping off in terms of the view count, and that's like getting me closer.
I,
So if I
I
can get there by the end of the season, like trust the process. Trust the
You
process.
might be one of our. We don't. A lot of our guests are just friends of ours, so we don't have a lot of like actual content creators that come on here. So you might be one of our biggest gets so far. How do you feel?
Honestly, it's awesome. I have been making videos since I just got out of high school. I just was like, other people are doing it. Like, why can't I do it? Like, I think
Yeah,
that'd be something pretty cool. And then for about 2 years, consistently made videos. And then as of late, there'll be some gaps in between, but
yeah,
I've been doing it well enough to where like I'm comfortable with being able to make a video, talk about a movie or a show, or even just do short videos, which are the easiest thing to do. But no, it's great. And I
yeah.
enjoy doing it. And I love doing it. It's a satisfying feeling. And on top of that, having been watching the podcast for the last summer, it's kind of like this weird feeling of, man, I'm actually in an episode coming up. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Dude, I got invited to like one podcast once, and it was to review. We were talking about it before the show, The Flash season 7, and it was just me hating on it.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ever got invited to do anything, man. I even put it out. I put feelers out before. I'm like, guys, I'm available. Like I was
Right.
the desperate for no one ever invited me on their podcast. So no, welcome, man. Let me hit you with like a couple rapid fires, and then you just like first thing off the top of your head, all right?
Okay.
All right. Favorite DC character.
Superman.
All right, movie.
Dark Knight.
Favorite
Mm.
DCEU movie.
The Suicide Squad or Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I'm leaning the Suicide Squad right now.
Okay. What DCU project are you looking forward to the most?
Man of Tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Favorite DC game?
Ooh, I love Batman Arkham Knight. Between that or Arkham City.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Jalen,
Good choices.
you gotta give me one. You gotta give me one. I'm trying to
Like
think.
of
Just give
of
me just give me a question to rapid fire.
uh favorite um favorite DC team.
Ooh, there you go.
Probably Justice League. It's pretty basic, but I
Okay.
grew up with them.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
What's a DC comic run that you've read that you really like?
I really enjoyed reading. Oh, what was it? It's been a while. I have been slacking on comics, admittedly.
Yeah.
But a couple years back, I remember reading like kind of the first volume of Flash Rebirth when Godspeed was introduced.
Yeah.
This was like super early Rebirth. And I remembered really enjoying that one as far as recent DC goes.
Yeah.
This speaks volumes because it's been a while since I've read a DC comic, but that one was good. Batman Long Halloween.
Yeah.
That's a very good story right
Okay.
there.
There you go. We
All
just did
Star
that one.
Superman, just picked up a copy, so hoping to get
Yes.
into it at some point.
Good, good, good. Okay.
So
And then
favorite DC villain.
yes, good.
There's so many I can name because
There are.
I mean, Joker, Lex Luthor versus Flash are like obviously top dogs, but I also really like. I think what Darkseid's used very well, Darkseid could be like really, really good. Like I love his utilization in like the DC animated universe and like Superman the animated series, for instance.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, pretty basic picks, but
What was your
DC has so much variety. So
what was your favorite color that you saw in the Lanterns trailer?
you see, I want to say green, but then I'd be lying to
Yeah, you'd be
people.
lying. So
Um,
it's brown. That's the
it's
answer.
brown.
That's the answer.
Last
Yeah, the
one,
brown
last one, last
lantern.
one, last one. What is your DC hot take?
Oh yeah.
DC hot take. Um, you see, I feel like most of my DC takes would be pretty normal, but if I had to say one, that would be I'm gonna get pretty stumped on this one. Probably as of late, a recent DC hot take I have is that I am a pretty big Man of Steel enjoyer despite its flaws.
Interesting.
Um, I do enjoy watching Superman Returns despite the obvious elephants in the room.
Right, right, right.
Mhm.
Um, Smallville, favorite DC TV show. Yeah, I do love Smallville. I'm a big Smallville fan.
You've rewatched Superman Returns, is what you're
Yes,
telling me.
last year.
You don't get bored? That movie's boring, dude.
No,
Jalen, that movie's boring, man.
Yeah, yeah, that movie's
it's
slow. It's a drag.
it's not eventful
There's
on the
good
time,
moments.
but yeah.
That movie's why is
No,
that what was
there's
that two and a half hours?
2.5 hours, longest Superman
Where,
movie to date,
dude, if they wanted a sequel,
and
just
doesn't
don't
need
make
to
the
be.
movie 2.5 hours. You
And
know?
I agree.
Oh
I'd
my,
agree with you.
yeah. Do you
I
think
have a
James?
little bit of nostalgia, so that carries it a little bit. Because outside of that, and I think of the Sun plot line, it's just like, what are we
How
doing?
much guilt do you think James Marsden felt like? Not recently, obviously, because it's coming back, but like a few years ago, that he ditched X-Men and killed Cyclops to go do like the boyfriend character in Superman Returns. He had to feel so guilty.
I think
Like
he
he
felt
cooked himself.
I wonder if there's a little bit of guilt because he was working on X-Men prior to joining the Superman crew. At the
Right.
same time, though, X-Men The Last Stand's like a very bad movie. So I kind of am like,
Yeah. But he also went to go
maybe
work
he
with
ended up
Bryan
in the better
Singer.
movie despite, and he worked with Brian Singer. So it's like,
Mm,
no, that's not great either. But
I don't know. It'll be good, man.
yeah.
Jalen, Jack, we're gonna hit a classic something new, something nerdy. You're just gonna tell me something new general in your life and then something nerdy. Jalen, let me start with you, man.
So something new in my life is I got these little babies right here.
Yeah, I like those.
I
They're
don't know if the
sparkling.
viewers will be able to see it. For our listeners, they are earrings. I wanted to try something different with my look.
Yeah,
And I wanted to like kind of boost it up a little bit. So I was like, you know what? I've been saying I want to get earrings for a while. Let me
yeah.
finally drop a pretty penny to get them. Um, my bank account is definitely gasping for air, but they're nice. They look nice.
They do.
You
Yeah.
know, I've gotten some comments
Yeah.
on them. So yeah, there's that. That's something new. Something nerdy.
I think
Um,
you gotta talk about your short, man. It's coming out too.
that is a great yes, Josh. Good pull.
Go
Good
merch
pull. Because
those. Yeah.
I was about to forget that. So a little bit of promotion for our other co-host Luis. So he directed a Blade short film. Uh, I, I guess we're partly continuing exploring Marvel slightly.
Hmm, hmm.
So, but he made a Blade short film a year and a half ago in like October of 2024.
Yeah.
And um somewhere between October of 2024 and January of 2025, we lost all the footage. Like we lost like everything. Audio
Oh,
was shot, the footage was lost. We were cooked, you guys.
Yeah.
And
oh
I was also
man.
starring in it as Blade, right? So it was gonna be a cool opportunity, but you know, we know how short superhero short films go, like or fan films go. Like it's like a 50-50 shot. Actually, it might be a 40-60 shot because they're very hard to make and release.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we within the last I think 3 months, him and Jackson ended up recovering all the footage, and they actually made it into something very cohesive and very good. And it is releasing on. So when you guys see this, it'll be 4 days, 3 days, 4 days. But for us, it's
Okay.
gonna be April 12th at 9 p.m. It's called Daywalker. It
Yeah.
is pretty damn good. It is
Was
pretty damn good.
Nice. So cool.
were you one of those people because they like ask people all the time when they play superheroes, did you like go back and watch a lot of Blade stuff or read a lot of Blade stuff, or were you just kind of like I'm gonna go
No,
Delano
No, because
Fang.
I knew that I was never going to be able to compare to Wesley
Oh
Snipes.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
the one true person,
Yeah.
especially because I've never taken acting classes. So I was mainly
Hmm.
going into it trying to prepare my body for the action aspect because I
ah,
want to,
right,
as an actor,
Nice.
I want to do two things. I want to do a romance. I want to be a rom-com lead or just a romance lead. I love romance movies. Um, or I want to do an action movie or I want to do an action series. Like I want to be an
Hmm.
action star. So I was like, I'm getting the action part with this film. So I wanted to make sure that I had the choreography down. I wanted to make sure that I was working out, I had my stamina up to par. So then when the guy, my co-star Colin, he's like a pretty big dude.
yeah,
When he's coming at me, I can we can make it look as real as possible. And I think we did that. One of my friends, he actually called me after watching it, and he was like, pure aura
yeah,
like the entire
Yeah.
movie. So, that's like a precursor to what you guys can expect with the film. It's just
yeah.
me aura farming
All right,
for
Jalen,
Awesome.
11 minutes.
let's cast a podcast Midnight Suns like off the bat. I think clearly you have to agree Jackson's got to be Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
What's gonna
Yeah,
exact
be?
yeah.
exact
Who else
same
could
thing.
it be?
Um,
I would agree with
I
that.
would say Luis cut his hair short recently, but he could do Morbius when he had his longer hair. I think he really could like embody that. But now that
I
he's
could
got that chop, I
you
don't
would
know.
you would totally be Ghost Rider.
I'd
You
be
would
Ghost
without a
Rider.
doubt be Ghost
Yeah.
Rider, I would
Um,
say.
You know, that's what
I
people
could
say.
see it.
Like they talk about me and Ryan Gosling in those same circles that like it's just scheduling conflicts that are kind of getting in the
Exactly.
way. And
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time before one of us takes it. But I mean, if it's Ryan, dude, like, it's fine. It's the industry happens, but I'd be
Yeah.
honored. And Jack, I don't what other characters are left? I'm trying to think, man. God, I haven't
Um,
I know they had that Midnight Suns game.
I don't think I've ever played the Midnight Suns game.
Me
Yeah.
neither. I've never touched it.
Is yeah.
Hmm. I mean, if you're down, we could get a wig. You could do magic. Magic's pretty cool.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange would be good.
I just have to grow a goatee and dye my hair.
Yeah, he's never clean shaven, so you got to really
No,
method act for that. You know,
I would.
I like that. I like that. There we go. That's it, man. Jalen, I'm so excited. So yeah, Daywalker comes out April 12th. So when this episode comes out, go watch that. Jack, what's going on with you, man? What's new in your life? What's something nerdy? What are you doing right now?
So I am in my last semester of college
Awesome.
and I have 1 month left until
Yeah.
I graduate. I have been an undergrad for a while because I had a gap year. And for those of you who don't know, I worked at Disney World through the college program at some point in between that time frame,
Yeah.
which was an awesome, awesome experience. So I have just been keeping up with my studies, knowing I have 1 month left. So things are getting ramped up a little bit, but nothing I can't do.
Right.
So just been chilling and just preparing for my post graduation plans for the back half there, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, that first month after feels great. And then if you don't have a job lined up, the following months you're like stressed. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
fun's over. Now I gotta lock in. At least that's
I
what
got
for
lock in.
me. But those first couple weeks were great. I was like, this is the life. So
Freedom.
yeah, freedom, man.
That's how I
Fuck off.
felt coming out of high school. And then a couple weeks later, I was like, started a YouTube channel for fun right after high school graduation.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I didn't ask, are you filming that with your phone or like computers and or a video camera?
For a while, I've been filming with my phone. There is only one full video I didn't use my phone for whatsoever, and that was my video on Avatar Fire and Ash. So most of them's with my phone. But obviously, I'm trying to experiment, do new things. Like, what can I do with my other pieces of technology I have, like my computer and whatnot? So,
Yeah.
try experimentations quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, we don't do anything fancy here, but I've always thought about investing in some more equipment for this, and then also if I ever wanted to do YouTube videos. But I think the editing thing always scares me the most. Editing's,
Yeah,
you know, you get
that's
it's
why most of my videos aren't like above 30 minutes. Like, as of now, I could probably have a select few that are above 30 minutes. Those are hard to edit. Like, I've made Star Wars videos based on movies that took me forever to put
right.
together. Even
Hmm.
like MC rankings are like my top three longest videos on my channel. where each subsequent video was like shorter than the one beforehand because I became better at managing my time, knowing what to say to get to the next project. And even then, it's like the shortest one's like 48 minutes, and I'm just like, editing that is hard.
Yeah, no, no
It's
kidding,
not
dude.
easy.
Jalen, when are we putting out the Exploring DC video essays, man? Like we gotta get on that. Those, when they put up the like 4 hour ones, they get views. That's a lot of
Hmm.
that's a lot of revenue coming in, man.
That's true. We love those four
We're
hour
getting on
video
it.
essays.
You know,
We're getting on it next month. Next
yeah,
month.
I see those. It'll be like a 4 hour video on lab rats, and I have like 4 million views. You just gotta like do a deep dive on
Lab
something. So
rats.
we'll just do
Absolutely.
a deep dive on Titans and stuff, and
Do
every
a deep
frame of all
dive on
four
how
seasons.
Titans is like the best piece of DC TV ever made.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, yeah, I'm not up to much. I did a spring break vacation down to Tennessee. That was fun. That's why we filmed our April Fool's episode a little bit early, so got a little bit of vacation from the pod. It was fun. The weather was nice. I live more north in Michigan, so it's normally like the weather. I don't know about you guys. It's been so cold for the entire year. Like it's just
Can't
been up
relate.
and down. Mm-mm. Because
Can't
you're
relate
in
at all.
Florida, bro?
No, actually, I'm not in Florida as of this moment in time.
Okay.
So,
Dang.
yeah. But it was cold to start the year, but now it's like really, really nice outside.
Mhm.
Like when I was out and about today, I was just ecstatic because of how nice it was out here. So,
No,
yeah.
we had snow like a week ago or a week or two ago. It's not been fun, but it was nice down there. And then I came back and just been chilling. I haven't really been doing anything crazy. I did pick up down there this like it was $5. You know these like little Funko soda things? You ever seen those?
It's probably been a minute since I saw one of those. Is that Polka
It's
Dot Man?
it's Polka Dot Man.
Oh, cool.
The lighting's really
Nice.
What in the
bad.
Very
world?
cool.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was exciting. I it's weird to see merch of the Suicide Squad, so I'm like, I gotta get in on that. And I haven't
It's
been
for a peak
doing
movie, so what can we say?
that's what I'm saying, top 10, man. I also watched The Avengers again. I don't like how that movie looks. It bugs me, man, every
It's
time.
Yeah, I adore the first Avengers. Like that is one of those movies that I have watched like more than I could ever count.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the best looking Phase One movie. Heck, I need to continue my MCU marathon because I
I
have last
know.
watched Captain America: The First Avenger like a month ago, so I really need to like lock in. But
Right.
some of the other Phase One movies look really, really good for what it was worth. So if I ranked them based on that quality, Avengers maybe isn't that high up there, but like rewatch value and everything else is like so well done that I kind of
Oh
maybe
yeah.
a little look over that. But yeah,
Yeah, it's a fun time, man. I'm just like every time I watch it, it looks like a TV movie, and I'm a
yeah,
little disappointed, but it's
Joss
cool.
Whedon effect.
The Joss Whedon effect, man. Let's talk about another team up movie, animated movie from 2022, DC League of Super Pets. Um,
Woo.
when Superman and the rest of the Justice League are kidnapped, Crypto the Superdog must convince a ragtag shelter pack to master their own newfound powers and help him rescue the superheroes. Director here, Jared Stern. His only other movie is Happy Anniversary, starring Ben Schwartz, a Ben Schwartz rom-com of all
Interesting.
things. And then, but
Hey, that makes sense.
he was a co-writer on this, and he's been writing a lot of stuff. He did the Lego Batman movie and the Lego Ninjago movie.
Really?
So he was in the
Huh.
Warner Animation Group, and they just kind of brought him on. I was researching this
Interesting.
movie. He pitched this movie back in 2012 because he had worked at an animal shelter, and he was like trying to bring in the ideas of what if these pets that weren't getting adopted got superpowers. But he didn't get
Mm,
hired for it until July 2018. He got hired to write and direct. Then it took years and years to get all the animation stuff rolling. Dwayne Johnson got involved around 2021. The movie got delayed by a year, and then 2022 we got this movie, and it kind of became the Dwayne Johnson era like project that it became. But it really like he is
Peak,
the driving
a
force behind this
peak
whole
the
time
thing.
in
hierarchy of
life.
power in the DC universe is about to change.
Oh yeah, man. Co-writer here, John Whittington. He wrote the Lego movies as well, Lego Batman, Lego Ninjago, and he also wrote Sonic 2, 3, and the upcoming 4. So we got the Sonic guy writing this movie, man. And then composer Steve Jablonsky of Transformers fame, man. I can't remember a single well, that's not true. The first Transformers score I remember is
Arrival to
very good.
Earth,
Yeah.
first movie, I'd say, not so much the others.
It's the thing though. I didn't grow up on Transformers at all, and I watched them all in like COVID, and I hated most of them.
Greatest franchise I've ever seen.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't even I can't even get into those. That'll be a whole separate thing, man. Cast here, we gotta talk about it in a little bit, but Crypto's played by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. His buddy Kevin Hart plays Ace the Bat Hound. John Krasinski plays Superman. Superman, John Krasinski's not bad.
No,
No, I was
he was pretty
yeah,
good.
he's actually really good as
Yeah.
Superman. I didn't expect that. And then when I saw the cast list like in the
Hmm.
credits, I was like, wait, John Krasinski. I mean, there are some other names up there that was just as shocking, which I'm sure you're about to go into. But starting with John Krasinski, he's very good. Like he has like kind of like that deep, heroic, kind of soldier-like voice to him that I think Superman works best with any sort of Superman role
Can I be
that
honest
has
though?
been out there.
I think Superman might be one of the easiest superheroes to voice. I really
I
can't
will
think
disagree
of
with that. I will disagree with that
who's
because
a
you're
bad voice
voicing
actor for Superman.
for Superman. I can't think of one right now, but I think it takes something with someone very specific because if you
Hmm.
are, and the reason why I say that, just like in live action, you have to have someone who is very stoic, very heroic,
Yeah.
but also someone who can play bumbling Clark Kent and someone who can voice that just as well.
Hmm.
I, I think
You
Superman
know.
falls under the Chris Pratt method where if Chris Pratt could voice the character, it's probably not super difficult. And I think Chris Pratt could voice Superman
Hmm.
and it'd be fine. It'd be acceptable.
Oh boy.
Hmm. If Illumination was running it, it probably would be the
It
case.
probably would be the case, yeah. So I don't know, man. Like I think Batman takes a lot more effort.
Shout out Keanu Reeves.
Shout out Keanu Reeves. Very interesting cast. Ke Keanu Reeves Batman reminds me of like when they did Nick Cage Superman and Teen Titans Go. It's like a
Yeah, that's
very
right.
similar energy, but I like it a lot here. I think it's very fun.
I agree.
Yeah. Lulu, the villains played by Kate McKinnon. And then we got our Super Pets cast, Vanessa Bayers, PB Natasha Leone as Merlin the Turtle, and Diego Luna as Chip. Diego Luna putting this out in Andor in the same year is fucking
Literally.
awesome. I think
I
he's
didn't even realize that was Diego Luna till the movie ended when the credits were rolling. And I was like, that was Diego Luna because this came out right around the time of Andor season
hmm
one. And so rewatching it and noticing that was like, wait, he sounds familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on it. And
right.
then, truth be told, it's Diego Luna, and my mind was blown.
No, it's awesome, man. And then just the stacked voice cast in general. Olivia Wilde's in this, David Diggs. Alfred Molina plays Jor-El in that opening scene, which
Yep.
I
Yes.
thought was
Oh
like,
my God. I thought
Yep.
that was Alfred
It's
Molina. Good to have that finally confirmed.
yeah,
Because like he has like that voice, where you just
dude.
recognize him. So to see that it's him,
Ben Schwartz and
good.
Thomas Middleditch play those like little gerbils that the
yeah.
fire and ice ones. My favorite one, honestly, might be Keith David as Dog L. I love
Keith
Keith David
David,
so
he's
much,
awesome.
and he's in Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, he was the voiceover in the back half of the Brand New Day trailer. Yeah, that
People
was
were
him.
trying to tell me in our group chat that Keith David that wasn't his voice, that it was going to be like Tombstone or
They're lying to
something.
you.
And I'm like, I watched Black Lightning that Tombstone actor
That's
was
not
in.
him.
That's not
I
him.
watched
That's
Black
Keith.
Lightning too. That is not him.
Keith David's such a distinct voice. I loved Dog L. I thought that was awesome, man. Yeah.
It was cool. Cool touch.
Yeah. Let me go through Jack. I'll start with you. What was your first experience with this? I assume you saw this in the theater, knowing you.
That's where you'd be wrong,
You
actually.
didn't go see this?
I think this came out. So I saw the
This was
trailer, so I
summer
knew it came out. I have
summer
friends,
22.
summer 22.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was a busy month for me when that came out. Yeah, so I knew it was coming out, but I didn't get the chance to go see it. And then when I was trying to find my way to see it, it wasn't playing in theaters near me. So I
Okay.
didn't watch it till it was on HBO Max about
Oh, okay.
September of that year. And then I was like, it's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Didn't get the chance to see it in theaters. So I one night just put it on the TV and watched it. And I remember thinking that was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like for a movie, for what it was trying to achieve, I thought it was a fun little story about the Super Pets while also having all the DC connections in there. For
Yeah.
that movie at the time, back when we were in that The Rock era of DC, it was like a fun movie for what it was worth. But rewatching it now, it's like this weird like outlier that came out during that time where you had like the Batman several months prior. Black Adam was like a few months after this, and then you had Super Pets right in the middle of it, and it's like this weird little movie that existed in that time frame. But I've always watched it thinking that this was a really enjoyable movie.
Right.
So, and rewatching it, I'd say it's my thoughts on it are the same. I still
Jalen,
really enjoyed it on rewatch. So yeah.
Jalen, you go see this one?
I did not. I did not go see this one in the theater. The first time that I actually watched this one was I rented it on Redbox. Same,
Oh,
guys.
we
The
brought
Redbox.
up we brought up
Oh,
Redbox.
Redbox, man.
I
Shout out
have brought up
Redbox.
Redbox before,
Redbox.
man. I used to like legitimately, guys. There was a point where I was going to the Redbox every single day. Like I would take a movie
hmm
back, get a movie, and it would be so bad that I had a Redbox subscription. Like
Oh
hmm
yeah.
it would recognize, I think, me, and it would give me like offers like one free movie. You rent a
Yeah.
movie, then you get to rent another one. So I would be having constant double features. And I remember this being in there prior to Black Adam releasing, because that was the year of our Lord and Savior Dwayne the Rock Johnson. And I rent it and I watch it, and I remember thinking like, man, this is an enjoyable, this is a really enjoyable kids movie. I mean,
I
there's
agree.
nothing like terribly special about it or anything that will blow your mind or blow your socks off, but it is something that is really cute. It's
Right.
really adorable. The animation is smooth and great. Um, and I mean, it serves its purpose. Like it is a movie where you put on with like your little brother or your child or something. And you just laugh. You sit there. You get a bucket of popcorn. You turn the lights off, and you just enjoy.
Yeah,
You
man.
know. Or
Yeah.
actually, better analogy is one of those movies you take a daycare class of students, and they will be
hmm
talking about it for the rest of the day, and they will have had the best day
Yeah.
ever. This
Are
is one of
you
those
are
movies.
you frequently having a class of daycare students that you can take to the movies, Joe?
No, but no, but
You acting
when
like
I
that's a
was
common occurrence, man.
no, bro. Okay. The reason why I say that is because when I was in daycare, we
Yeah.
would always have
Uh,
like movie trips
that's so cool.
where
hmm
we would go to the movies, and it would be movies like Despicable Me,
I
Minions,
agree. I had the same experience.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I remember as a kid thinking that these are the best movies that I've ever seen.
Right,
So it's
right,
like
right.
this is one of
Yeah.
those movies where you
They
take a daycare class,
and they would have
and
been
it's the
like, "This
best movie
is
that exactly, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
okay,
Exactly.
okay, you
So
okay, you saved yourself, man." I was like, "All right, okay, I get you, man." Dude, I think honestly, Redbox would have been saved if 5 years ago they would have just put one on every college campus.
Real.
Because like, what's their
ooh,
target
it would have
audience?
made
It's
Maybe.
it's it's broke people, dude. Like that's how everyone is in college.
it would have
Literally.
made because
It
dog
costs
a
$1 to buy
dollar
it. Yeah.
a dollar to rent a movie, like five
It's very
dollars to
cheap
buy the movie.
for
Hmm.
Redbox. Yeah. I
What?
own I only have one movie on Redbox, like right before Redbox went down,
Yeah.
and it was a copy of Barbie. That's the only movie from Redbox I still
Yeah.
have with me because we bought it. We didn't even rent it. And I just was like, this is the only Redbox I have left
I
to
wanted
remind
to
me of its
I wanted to
existence.
buy one of the like shut down boxes so bad, but I couldn't like I think there was one near me, but it was like bolted down and everything, and I don't think they were gonna give it to me.
Oh,
Do you guys remember Gamefly?
it rings a bell.
That was they had ads for that. It was basically Redbox for video games. You'd have to call in and rent video games and they ship it out to you. I wanted to try it so bad.
Yes, now I remember. I remember seeing the
Mhm.
commercials on TV back in the day. Oh my
Yo,
goodness.
you put a
Poor
red
memory.
you put a Redbox in a Gamefly like 5, 10 years ago on college campuses, man. They would have been safe. They would have been perfectly fine.
Exactly.
But they put them in supermarkets instead, and that's why they got cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw this one when it came out because, I like supporting DC, Jalen Singleton. I like getting out there and supporting. I don't think I missed one DC movie since the first Wonder Woman came out, and that was Wonder Woman 2. And that was because it was like prime COVID,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Everything else I've seen in theaters. And so I can't break that streak
You know what's
anytime
important
soon.
though?
Hmm.
You at least saw League of Super Pets on the big screen.
I did. I did. I took my little brother. He is turning 16 tomorrow, but this was 4 years ago. So he was what, 12? So probably a little past prime age for this one, but it was good. It was exactly what Jalen said. It's a popcorn
Yeah.
flick, man. Like you watch it. I liked it when it came out. Rewatching it now in the silence of my room with just me, yo,
Said
I
that
don't,
you said that so
How was it?
depressingly, like
it,
watching it in the
You said
silence of
that.
my
That's
room
concerning.
alone. Like
Jalen,
you,
that's how it felt, man. I was like, because I remember gassing it up. I was like, "Guys, this is really fun. Why can't everyone go see this and we can get another one?" And I'm rewatching it now, and I'm like, it's fine, it's fine. Um, I want to. There's so much stuff to get into. Let's start with just the Dwayne takeover of this whole thing. How do we feel about Dwayne leading this project? Obviously, crypto has been doing a lot of different stuff lately with the DCU.
Mhm.
So this is like a very different take. It's like a fully adult Dwayne Johnson fully taken over this role, celebrity voice casting to its finest. And this is also the Black Adam era, which is hilariously like prevalent in that post credit scene, which is so I had a blast for
No,
watching that.
that was the only thing about the movie I knew of walking into it
Yeah.
was I think The Rock posted on Instagram maybe it was him or it was someone else, and they like I saw a snippet of like Black Adam in the end credit scene, and I was like, oh, I see what y'all are trying to do. It was like we're gonna really push forward Black Adam versus Superman. The Rock wanted it so bad.
Dude,
I was like,
that post
only
credit
thing
scene
I knew walking in.
is the most industry plant. I'm an executive producer. I can do what I want to
Yeah,
this movie because
it's the one thing
why
about it that's aged.
that whole scene, Dwayne Johnson's playing three out of the four characters in that scene. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
that's awesome. Yeah, like I don't know, Jalen, how were you feeling about this era? We didn't even know each other back then. Were you
no,
on
we did
board for the
not.
Dwayne were you on board for the Dwayne Johnson like takeover?
I thought it was the funniest thing ever, bro. Like, and part of me wondered if, of course, like they knew that they were gonna be moving James, not moving James Gunn specifically, but moving someone into that spot of like, we're looking for a new head of DC. We're looking for our Kevin Feige. We're looking for our Brad Winderbaum. Like we're looking for these people for us. And I'm sure with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and other actors and bigger people in Hollywood being so tapped into that, I'm sure he probably caught wind, and he probably saw that as an opportunity. So Black Adam and this movie were probably how I view it with understanding film and understanding that world. It felt like these two movies were like like not his audition, but his pitch
Hmm.
as to
Mm,
like why I should be the new or why I should be what James Gunn is to this company,
right.
you know? And it was hilarious because it did not work in the slightest.
No.
Like he wanted to keep pushing Black Adam Superman, and that just does not work. Like
Doesn't
like
No.
like
work.
like in no sense of the word. And then he tried to use hype to, for whatever, because it's like, oh, like legitimately leaking the post-credit scene of his own movie, the big surprise to get people to go see his movie. I have never, ever, ever before seen that method done until Dwayne The Rock Johnson did it for
Black
Black
Adam
Adam.
did that
So
too. So I walked in feeling that exact same thing of like, I'm expecting it. Just get to it. I just want to see the scene because he spoiled it.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. It's like no one really even cared about the movie anymore because they already knew what the post credit scene was, and that's your drawing point,
Bro.
Yeah.
So, and in this movie, it
Uh,
shows. Like it feels like the main part of this movie is the writer director's vision for it. It does feel, I guess, obviously that post credit scene is the biggest piece of Dwayne The Rock Johnson propaganda I have ever seen.
it's
You
so
Yep.
know.
funny.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Jack, are you a big Dwayne fan like that?
Um, if I was in high school, I probably would say yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm more like I haven't loved a lot of the movies he has done as of late. Although there's still a couple I'm missing. Like I haven't seen the Machine yet.
Yeah.
But back then, I was like all on board with the rock hype train, like Fast and Furious movies. I watch those movies. I enjoy all the Rock's hype moments and aura in those movies. He's also really good in Pain and Gain from Michael Bay. It's one of Michael Bay's best movies. This last couple of years, probably around what was it, Jumanji: The Next Level. I was kind of starting to feel him just repeatedly playing like the Rock archetype
Hmm.
in his movies, and it was starting to go stale after a while. And this is where I come in and say like this bombshell, but I think from what I've seen, this is the best movie I've seen him do since like in the last couple of years. I'm gonna be honest, right?
What you weren't hyped for Red One?
I saw that in IMAX because he made
Oh,
that video and I thought
jeez,
it'd be funny. I
dude.
was like, you know what? Just for him saying that, I'm gonna go see Red One IMAX, and I did not regret it. Like that's what it was made for.
There. All right. Look, man, I don't know. I was into it at the time because I'm a big Fast and Furious head, and he low key came into that franchise and gave it so much life. Like you go into
Hmm.
Fast Five, Fast Six, he's like he makes those movies, dude. Jalen, have you watched Fast and Furious?
I've seen 8, 9, and 10.
You're missing.
And
You're
I've
Oh,
missing
you haven't
out.
seen
seen
5, 6, 7. No,
Those
and
are those.
I've
those
seen
are
no,
legendary.
Josh, no, Josh, no, Josh. We're not gonna skip over what you just did.
See,
we,
audio listeners
we,
aren't even gonna know, man.
uh, we but and I've also seen Hobbs and Shaw.
Dude,
I haven't seen 1 through 7.
yeah. No, dude, five, six, and seven, that's like prime, like
Prime Fast and Furious.
prime Fast and Furious, like and NFL players, like, their prime career. That's five, six, and seven,
Yeah.
man. The Rock comes in and he's just instantly like I remember the scene where it's like him and his assistant, and she's like, I got good news and
Hmm.
bad news. And he's like, I like my dessert
So
first. And then she gives him the good news, and then he goes, now give me my damn veggies.
no, you know another good one?
What? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
In Furious 7, when he was in the hospital, he's like, Daddy's got to go to work.
And he
He has the
flexes.
cast and he
Oh
just
my
flexes
God.
and it breaks the cast. That's
Yeah,
cinema. That's
yeah,
cinema right there.
yeah. Jalen, he like in Furious 7, he flexes up his cast, and then he literally drives his like armored truck off of into a helicopter, and then like grabs a machine gun off of it and starts shooting everyone. It's the best thing ever.
It's
what in the
awesome.
world,
Yeah,
bro?
you're missing
Hey,
out, man. It's
You're
fucking
missing out.
great.
5, 6, and 7, legendary.
Oh yeah. Oh
Legendary
my God.
trilogy right there.
But my point is, like, that was such a great run, and I was like, man, I think that he could do the same thing for DC because, like, he had been ruminating on that Black Adam thing for a hot minute. He was attached to that in what 2008, and so
It
he
was
was,
2008.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he was on it for a hot minute, and I'm like, all right, I'm credit to him. Let's see what he does with it. And I was getting, he's a good hype train, man. I was getting into it, and then you get this movie, and I thought it was so funny still back then, that post credit scene, and then you get to Black Adam, and I'm like, oh, dude, like that
What are we doing
movie.
here?
What is that movie, man? And I tried to be hyped because that Superman credit scene was still, that was the era where, you were just desperately clinging on for any piece of Superman. This is, yeah, before what we got now. Like we were getting headless Superman, and so I was like, this is gonna be the best thing ever. And then
rough time in life, man.
then those box office numbers came out, and everything was
Not
downhill
looking
from
good.
there. And I
And
think
it's
the
crazy. Oh, no, you go ahead.
no, no, I was gonna say, I think the funniest part, every time I see like something in The Rock's career, all of it is traced back to the down, like these two movies not performing well. The Smashing Machine, whatever the fuck he's doing in Moana 2 with his like, or with his live action wig, that
Yeah.
he's got going on. Him coming back to Fast and Furious, him doing Jumanji again. This all traces back to his DC like all
This
in
era.
plan not working out. And I think
Yep.
that's so funny.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's such an interesting byproduct of that era. And I'd love to talk about Black Adam at some point on this show because I think that's even more fascinating. But this is really like his show, and I think that's also evident in the fact that Kevin Hart's like the second main character, and it's
Yeah.
just a repeat of all the same stuff that they've done. They did Jumanji, and then they
Central
did,
Intelligence.
yeah, and then like I swear they've done like one or two others. They've done a few things, man. It's hard to like say that this movie isn't just like generic family entertainment when it's The Rock and Kevin Hart
Hmm.
doing their own thing again,
Yeah.
you know? I like.
Yeah,
Are you guys a big on that dynamic? Because that's like the whole point of this movie, pretty much. It's just
I
like
enjoy
Rock
it.
and Kevin Hart.
I enjoy it. When I rewatched it yesterday, I kind of forget off the top of my head that this is Kevin Hart and The Rock voicing those roles because
Yeah.
I actually didn't mind The Rock as Crypto in this particular movie. I think I said earlier, I think that this is probably my favorite movie The Rock has done after Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, from what I had
Uh-huh.
seen per se. And I enjoyed Central Intelligence. I think that was a fun movie. And I enjoyed their Jumanji movies they did together. So I like the dynamic between The Rock and Kevin Hart, and that same thing applied here. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Jalen, are you happy with the Ace the Bat Hound characterization, man?
For
not a
kids,
fan.
man.
You know,
Not a
dude,
Kevin
fan.
Hart is no, definitely not.
dude, how
No.
can you like? I'm gonna be so for real. His backstory is genuinely pretty good for a kids
Sad.
movie.
It's sad, bro.
It lines up pretty. It's not even corny. Like I get it, you know. I was
The
Yeah.
I was
scene when
bought
they were
into it.
going through it.
It hits, dude. It hit the first time and hit now. That's the only scene that hits like emotionally in this whole movie, but it's good.
Yeah.
Um, and then you got like a few others. You got the pig and the turtle and the squirrel.
PB Merton and Chip.
Yeah, wow, all
Yeah.
like iconic, like
Chip,
iconic there.
Chip,
Jalen,
Yeah, Chip.
Chip.
Shout
do you
out
like
Chip.
Chip is my favorite.
do you like the
Yes, I
green?
love Chip.
You love Chip,
Have
even
to.
though he doesn't have his Green Lantern powers till like the last 2 seconds.
No, but he will. He will,
He,
and
w-
that's what matters. Is that Chip is getting love.
Exactly.
Chip never gets love.
yeah,
And Chip has quickly become a fan favorite. I don't know how, but in the most recent years, everyone is like, "Oh my God, Chip, the Squirrel Green Lantern." So he's iconic. So I'm happy
Hmm.
that he got some mention,
yeah,
because the Green Lanterns aren't really represented in too many teams in the DC universe, other than the Justice League.
Hmm.
Like everyone is represented by the Justice League, but like everyone, most of the people in DC have like those little split teams, you know what I
hmm
mean? Like Superman has
Yeah.
like the Superman family, and Batman has been a part of the Outsiders and some other teams in the DC universe. So the Green Lanterns, they don't have
no,
anyone on the Teen Titans. They don't have anyone on
Hmm.
any other team in the DC universe. So to have Chip be a part of the League of Super Pets, that was a cool little moment for me.
yeah, dude, that's like the most representation you'll get of Green Lantern on screen
All
for
right.
now. It's gonna be like 6 years, something like that.
Yeah,
Something like
How has it
yeah,
been that
dude.
long? How has it
It's
been
big,
that long?
unfortunately.
it's tough, man. I don't really know if there's a lot to dig into with this movie, man. It's kind of similar to some of the other things we've covered where it's family entertainment, you know? Like it's a superhero
Yeah.
team learning how to become a found family and do that dynamic, and there's just not a lot of meat to dig into here. Jack, are you like a big fan of this story of evil gerbil gets superpowers from orange kryptonite and so did other.
Hmm.
I don't know, like what really is there to bite into here?
Yeah, it's a very like serviceable story. Like for a movie like this, it's like simple as it could probably be. It's not
Yeah,
a bad thing, but it's definitely not the kind of story, especially from a DC movie, where you walk away and you're kind of like, "Oh, I'm a changed man having
I'm a
watched that
change
movie."
I'm a change man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I think it works fine enough for a movie like this and with the target audience the movie had in mind. For
Mhm.
me, some of my favorite scenes in the movie are between Crypto and Superman, like that little dynamic they had. Like I like the opening where it's recreating like Cal going off into space as Krypton explodes
Right.
and how Crypto and Cal bond with one another. That I thought was a very cute little opening. And just seeing like them together, it's like that's some of my favorite stuff in the movie,
Yeah.
especially with when Lois comes in and the relationship with Lois and Superman's obviously like there's a spark between them. It's like how does that affect Crypto? That side of the movie I really like, and that's honestly the part of the movie I'm the most locked in on. Is just that little part of it.
Yeah, it's a fun dynamic, man. And especially after seeing it's pretty different in what we get now with crypto. So to actually see them a lot closer in this is cool.
Hmm.
And Yeah, John Krasinski, like, just he's so solid,
He's
and
good.
I'm into it. I'm into. I love that little dream sequence animation they do in the beginning too. I wish they did more of that because they kind of peak early on
Yeah.
and they don't come back to that.
Yeah.
Jalen, the league here, dude. I gotta talk about the league. These designs and this lineup. How are we feeling? It's
This is
very
this is
bold.
this is the DC Rebirth lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's an interesting lineup. The designs, everyone except for okay, so I feel like Superman's design is cool because it's just classic Superman trunks and all.
Hmm.
Batman's design is pretty cool because it's the Rebirth design, the yellow outlines and everything like that. I actually really rock with that. Wonder
I
Woman's
agree.
design is sick. I really do love Wonder Woman's design. Flash's design is cool. It's when you get to Green Lantern, Aquaman,
Where it starts the
and
dip.
Cyborg that it really starts to dip. For some reason, Aquaman and Cyborg feel racist. Like it feel like their designs feel a little racist to me.
that the half
I
afro wasn't
The half
wasn't working for
afro
yeah,
you.
and
that that
yeah,
that that, that
Cyborg's and Aquaman's design are kind of weird in this one,
the half
admittedly.
afro and Aquaman's dreadlocks aren't really working for me. You
Hmm.
know?
The cyborg design feels like very early 80s Teen Titans, what they were doing.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
reminds me of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it was not working at all. I did like the hook on Aquaman's hand because that is a very important, one of the more pivotal Aquaman runs in comics, which we will get
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
eventually when we do our Aquaman section, maybe if we ever have the chance to do one. But um that was cool. Jessica Cruz, her suit is terrible. If that is even supposed to be Jessica Cruz. I think it's supposed to be
I think
Jessica
so.
Cruz.
Did
It
they ever
looks
name? I don't think they name dropped her to be Jessica
No,
Cruz.
they
They just referred
didn't.
to her as Green Lantern, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, my
but
guess
she's
is it's
like
Jessica Cruz.
it's the
yeah,
least
Jessica
detailed
Cruz
suit by
is
far, man. It's the
yeah,
most
Yeah.
it's
like we just phoned this one in.
exactly. Jessica Cruz is the only Latina Green Lantern that I know of, and this Green Lantern appears to be Latina. So
Right.
I'm assuming it's Jessica Cruz. The design was by far my least favorite. Not even just because I'm a Green Lantern fan, but just because the design was so minimal.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
even like her powers were just kind of like she only used like very base surface level constructs,
Yeah.
fists and all that. So
Yeah. It was kind of it, you look at the Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, they're pretty standard designs, and you go to the other three that are the not white characters and they're very like out there, and I'm like, all right, so what do we
Yeah.
hmm
we're throwing some stuff. I don't like the Batman cowl either though.
Not a fan.
I can understand
No,
that. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
totally
it's
understand that.
fair.
it's not a pretty league, is what I'm. Superman and Wonder Woman
Hmm.
are pretty solid. They're just standard, and then the rest, I'm like, even the
Kind of
Flash is
whatever on.
like skin and bones, man.
Yeah.
I don't
By
know.
far, Superman Wonder Woman had my favorite designs of the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voice cast is fine though. I didn't have any problems with any of them. David Diggs plays Cyborg, and I like that. I love David Diggs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but there's no. I think yeah, it's mostly Keanu Reeves and John Krasinski that you're focusing on here, and everyone else is just kind of there for a couple scenes and
Yeah.
then for the ending. It's something that I was curious if they ever did a sequel to this, what they would like expand on, if they would give some of those characters more or not.
Hmm.
But it is what it is. I have to say a big negative for me on this rewatch is Kate McKinnon's villain.
Lulu.
I think
I
she's
forgot
I
about
agree.
her for so
I
long.
agree.
she's
I
phoning it in
forgot
like
about that
crazy.
character.
That is the least energy you can give to a villain performance.
Yeah.
I fully agree with you.
I forgot about Lulu, like, I think right after watching this movie. So when I rewatched it, I was like, I forgot about this whole part of the movie.
Yeah,
And it just felt kind of nothing special. Like, it's the very standard want to take over the world plot. But there's also that, like, oh, I used to be with Lex Luthor because
right.
I was like a test experiment. And so there's a lot of like, I want to free Lex Luthor. And then, like, once he betrayed her and puts her in his cell, it was just kind of like, oh, yeah.
I just don't like it was a monotone voice performance, and I'm like, I don't get what you're going for here. And then it's just every scene, man. I was like, this is a bad villain. And I looked at
Yeah.
Mark Maron, Lex Luthor, and I'm like, can we just have that instead?
Like, you should have just been the main villain. That's what I thought it was for a while after I rewatched it. So this rewatch
Yeah.
was like kind of surprising on that front where I was like, oh.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like. I don't know. Do you guys have any other big positives you want to bring up on this one? I really am blanking here.
Just the animation style. I
Um,
mean, I think the animation style is really good,
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it.
it's pretty.
I do think it's interesting that for this movie, when there's a point in the movie where like you can hear Superman's theme. It's the iconic Williams theme.
Mm,
I'm forgetting
Yes.
where in the movie, but they do play it at points, and it's interesting because this was coming out in that point in time where Superman was rarely ever in theatrical releases, and then so they brought back that iconic Williams theme. So that was like a neat touch. I am forgetting, even though I just rewatched it yesterday, if they reused the Danny Elfman Batman theme, but I think they might have.
I think so. I think so.
I think they might have used it. I agree with Jalen. I like the animation. I think it's pretty good in this movie. There's a couple jokes here and there that I quite like the invisible jet. Although one of the ones that I think was funnier for me when I rewatched it, even if it was funnier the first time than when they redid it,
Yeah.
because this is like in the scene where he was telling Crypto Ace's origin story.
I still think the only bit that really gets me in this movie is the Natasha Lyonne character just being
Yeah,
senile and swearing the whole time. I love
yeah,
that. I think she's so funny in this. And
out of pocket jokes.
out of pocket, man. Should have got more of that. It's look, dude. There's not much. Unfortunately, Jack, I gave you I served you up a movie where there's not much to talk about here. It's fine. It's a movie that exists. I honestly think the era that it came out in is way more interesting than the actual like product
Yeah,
itself, you know?
yeah, you had like Black Adam right after it, which
Yeah,
was the bigger The Rock DC movie that got talked about. And then
right.
right before it was the Batman, and just kind of it came out like sandwiched in those two movies. And then at the same time, in the comic book movie spirit was Thor Love and Thunder, which
Yep.
had all that
That's it.
attention. So yeah.
I'd argue in the last since 2020, this is probably the DC movie that easily has the least amount of cultural impact.
Oh yeah.
I would say either
I'd agree.
this or Shazam 2, maybe.
Oh, it's right.
But I honestly think it's this because I don't remember the box office on this one, but it was low. It was like 200 million or something,
I don't remember it being
Yeah, it
very
was not
high.
high at all.
which is crazy because this voice cast is like they've brought out
Stacked.
everyone. I I I wonder if this movie would hit better with people if there wasn't like those super pet movies. Or not super pet, the Secret Life of Pets movies.
Yeah.
Because this is covering the same bases.
Yeah.
I
It
didn't
is
even
similar
think about
ground, I
that.
guess.
Yeah.
They had what two of those by this point. And the
Hmm.
first one I remember being pretty big. I think at that point it was just kind of played out. And also this was prime superhero fatigue. Like 22,
This was
23 was this was
22. Yeah.
people were sick of this shit, you know, because they were just
Yeah.
churning out. I think they had like 8 to 10 superhero movies in 22 and 23. It's something like that. I know 23 had like eight, but even DC this year had the Batman, this movie, Black Adam, and then
Black Adam,
Marvel had their three
Doctor
movies.
Strange, Thor, Black Panther. That
Yeah.
was their three.
And then Sony had their Morbius. That was so between that's already
Yeah.
7 movies. I don't think people cared.
I
Yeah.
think Thor, when Thor came out, that's when stuff started to change. Because
Yeah.
I feel like with Marvel, people were really interested that like the MCU is finally back on the big screen.
Mhm.
It was like, and then I think it was when Thor came out, and that was when people were starting to be like, oh, cracks were showing somewhat, because that was like a polarizing entry. And
Yeah.
then after that was kind of a success, not much of a success afterwards, because then Black Panther, Ant-Man, Guardians, the Marvels, and all that. So
But
it was definitely around that point.
this was definitely the toughest time to be a DC fan because this was like right before the Discovery merger. Everyone was kind
Yeah.
of like, I don't know what's going on. And then, oh man, 2023 was like flop after flop after flop, right after Black Adam flopping. It was tough, man. I was in those circles fighting. I was like, guys, I promise you, good times are on the way, and we got some good times. And now I'm like, you know, I'm a little uncertain now. We got another merger. I feel like I'm just back to where this was a few years
I think
ago.
it's interesting because if we look at theatrically released DC movies, between Justice League
Hmm.
And Superman, this had the most Superman in any theatrically released DC movie in between that time frame,
Which is crazy.
which is
That's
like
crazy.
kind
That
of
is
nuts to
wild.
think about rewatching it. Like I rewatched it, I was kind of like I forgot how crucial at times Superman is to the story and especially the mythology and the origin. And then you think about how like the Snyder Cut was released on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And then every other movie in between Justice League and then James Gunn's Superman was like a headless cameo or like the Black Adam end credit scene, or it was like this. And this was like the outlier. It was kind of interesting to look back and you're like, dang, Superman has been out of commission in theaters and a large presence for a while.
Yeah. It was also like super rare that I remember wanting to see this in theaters really bad because we just don't get DC movies in theaters like ever.
Hmm.
I think Jalen, I think we've covered every one then. Because you talked about Mask of the
Mhm.
Phantasm, we talked about Lego Batman, we talked about the Teen Titans Go movie, we talked about this. It's like you don't get to see DC on the big screen in animated form like that. It's usually reserved for those direct to video things. And so I wanted to see more of it, and I was hoping that this would do good, and it's very rare
The
to even
timing
see. Yeah, besides Spider-Verse, you don't really see just animated superhero stuff in that format. It's usually reserved for like low budget.
could have had Lego Batman 2, but
I know, dude. I
all
I mourn it.
studio shenanigans ruined it.
I mourn it. What would you guys have wanted to see a sequel to this? What would they even done? Just more of the same?
Probably more pets, more heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a bigger DC villain to like kind of up the stakes somewhat. Maybe
Yeah.
more Justice League characters would have been introduced and then more Super Pets probably.
There's
Story wise,
really
I struggle to say what they would go into.
there's really not much to to expand on, man. I felt like it would have been what the fucking Paw Patrol movies do, where they just like throw in dinosaurs or something. It's like bam,
And
sequel.
it's interesting because the mid credit scene was Lulu being saved by, I think it was Mercy Graves, because she had the mech suit
Oh yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
end
I did not remember that at
from
all.
the hot dog cart and then just gets Lulu out of there and then they just fly away. And that was the end of it. So it's like Lulu will come back for revenge round two. Was that just a cutaway gag for a mid credit scene, or was that like if they did a sequel, it would have been something similar to that? Which if that was the case, I don't really know what else they could have gone on with that.
Yeah, it's not like Lego Batman where there's an obvious way to keep it going. It was just more of it'd be cool if we got another one, I guess, but I don't really think I'm kind of not at all mad that they never did more with this because what else
It was
can you
fine
really
as a
do?
one and done.
Yeah.
Like it just exists and yeah.
I'm good to move on unless you guys have anything else to really share on this one.
Um in the scene in that action sequence with the super pets when they were like fighting back against Lulu and all of the freed like animals.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting how there's a lot of like DC references in the background. There was like a steakhouse named after Jonah Hex. Then it was like Big Belly
That's cool.
Burger. And there must be something else I'm forgetting. But the Jonah Hex steakhouse stood out to me a lot. I was like, am I being deceived or is that like a steakhouse dedicated to Jonah Hex that I noticed in the background of an action
Oh,
sequence?
we love Jonah Hex
Yeah.
around here, so that's big news, man.
Greatest movie ever. So good they could never make another one.
So that's what they say about that's what they say about every DC movie, dude. Damn. Ah, shit. I don't think we got. This was also the era where we didn't get DC sequels like ever. I think we got two sequels in that whole like 10-year gap, and it was Aquaman 2 and Wonder Woman 2.
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it, man. I don't know. I'm
Weird
ready.
era.
I would rate this kind of middle of the road. Like it's, not a thumbs up, not a thumbs down. It's
Yeah,
there. Which is
I'd
sad
agree.
because I had this pretty high up last time I watched it. I was like, I was pretty high on this, but I think that was just it was just a popcorn flick. Like I was into it, man, at the time.
Yeah.
And now
I
it's
remember giving it like a 7 out of 10 on my
uh,
first watch, and then rewatch, I'd probably say it's the same. It's like, yeah, it's good.
yeah.
Not great. Like it's
Yeah.
watchable.
Now it's more fun to just think about The Rock and that career. What if that like there's gonna be a really fascinating deep dive documentary into that guy's career at some point. But I think we're still
And you'll be
living.
the one to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the guy to do it. I just still think we're in the era of interesting stuff happening. Like, oh my dude,
Yeah,
that Moana wig is like,
Moana wig is
weird.
atrocious.
It
you know,
looks. It just doesn't look great. It doesn't look good.
you ever seen Lydia Tar at the end of that movie, yo, where she's directing the video, she's orchestrating that video game.
Yes,
That's where
it's
Dwayne's at right
that's
now.
weird.
You know, it's
Yeah.
fascinating, man. Jack, we do blind rank on this show, as you may
Oh,
know. I got two
I'm
blind
familiar with the
ranks.
blind ranking.
Okay, okay,
I watched a lot of these episodes.
okay. I got first one is related to The Rock. It's franchises that he tried to start and then it didn't go anywhere.
Okay,
So we'll give you Super Pets as your baseline. Where do you guys want to put that one?
and there's five total. Is that
There's five
right?
total.
Super Pets.
These movies all give off they wanted to do more than one and they just are probably never gonna happen.
Hmm. Knowing The Rock, I wouldn't put it too high. I'm thinking between three, four for this one. Um, Dang, I'm trying to guess off the top of my head what else he does off memory. For now, put three.
You feeling that, Jen?
Villain three.
You
Feeling
agree
three?
with that?
Very good. All
I'll
right.
I
take
agree.
three.
All right. I'll hit you with an old one. I'll hit you with Baywatch. Him and Zac Efron.
This is an easy one for me because I haven't seen it, so it has to go easy five.
I'm gonna go easy five. Is there
I
any
haven't seen it to be
Dwayne
fair.
movie that I feel like is where I have seen it? Do
I
I
heard
feel
it's
like
bad,
there's
Jalen, isn't it?
it's
I heard it's
bad,
bad.
but I think there's worse. I can't name the worst,
You know,
but knowing you, Josh,
Stephen Amell's doing Baywatch now.
That's
oh,
true.
Jesus Christ,
He's
the
in
the
a yeah
the
new Baywatch
the
show.
track of Stephen Amell's career is
Oh, that's
interesting.
that's a whole other that's a whole other rabbit
That's
hole.
another discussion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go with Jack here. I'm gonna go five.
Okay, all right, all right.
Great minds think
Um,
alike.
Uh-huh, absolutely, absolutely.
let me hit you with COVID era Jungle Cruise from Emily Blunt.
I also haven't seen it, so I guess in this case it's gonna have to go four.
I agree with
I
that
haven't
one. I
seen it.
actually I actually think it's better than Baywatch, not as good
Okay.
as Black Adam. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go
Very
for it.
cool.
Four. Okay, okay.
I'm so scared for one and two.
Red
What you
one.
gonna throw at
22.
us, Josh?
Red one.
Horrendous.
Red one. Jalen,
Can
have you
we
seen Red one?
I have seen Red One. Can we go one? Can we just go
Can we just
because
go
I
one for Red one?
yeah,
I
That
mean,
yeah.
hurts. That hurts,
Fast and
dude.
Furious. Fast and Furious kind of exists. That's tough though,
Oh, that is
because
true.
that's the
That is
thing.
true.
Because on one hand, in a certain lens, Red One is like a sight to behold. Like when you watch it in IMAX, you know that cinema was invented so that that movie can exist on an IMAX
Oppenheimer
screen.
and Red One are the two movies they made those films
Exactly.
for. Hmm.
Exactly. But oh, dang. For the bit, I
Or
would have been like, let's just go number one. But now I'm actually like, shoot. With other stuff
because
he's
it's
done, that's
like
actually even tougher.
yeah, yeah. Because like knowing Josh has put something up here that I don't really know.
I don't know either, but I'm already thinking the possibilities, and I'm like, oh shoot, that's
Uh,
gonna mess us up.
so you want to stick with one or you want to go to two?
I'm gonna place on you. What do you want to do?
Do I do I trust Josh? I'm gonna go two. I'm
You
gonna
have
go two.
oh no, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
want
You
to go
Super
two?
Pets at three. Okay. You gonna do two?
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
All right.
try two. Let's see what we get for number one.
Number one, another red. You got Red Notice on
God
Netflix.
dang it! Come on, I forgot about that
Jesus
movie.
Yeah.
Christ.
No,
They
I
spent
don't
this
like
like
ruins
it.
the whole
Yeah, no.
flow.
Yeah,
This
this
ruins
ruins
the
the
whole
whole ranking.
flow. No.
Uh,
Oh gosh. We should have had a red one at the top. Dang it. We should,
yeah, we should have.
you
you
guys
know
want
what? We
We
should
that
have
should have.
stuck to that gun.
the Red Notice Gal Gadot propaganda piece, man. Oof. That was a
That was such
time.
a yeah, I watched it and I never thought very much of like, does a movie look like its budget when it came out?
Yeah.
But that was like the one movie I remember watching thinking, I remember hearing it was that expensive and I did not believe it. Because I was like, there's no way
Yeah.
this is that much money for Netflix movies.
I mean, you look at a few of
Yeah.
those though, and those are four of those are 2020s movies. He keeps trying to do these
Yeah.
blockbusters, and you watch them, they're clearly designed to do more, and then they're not
They
they're
just
not
don't.
kicking on. And now he's going
And
back
like
to
Yeah.
all his old favorites,
what's
Jumanji and Moana and stuff.
what's crazy is that like the most that he has made at the box office was what $375, 375 million dollars for Black Adam,
Yeah, I think Black Adam was his
Yeah,
most successful thing, man.
it
which
is.
is not that great for a blockbuster,
No,
you
No.
know.
dude, he was the king of the world at one point, man, and now it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough. It's
I'm
tough.
just curious what the next 10 years of his career looks like. I think that one Martin Scorsese movie that he's doing is still in the works, but that's not the one being made right now. So
Yeah,
if that comes out, maybe that'll do something, but
yeah.
we'll see.
His Oscar play didn't work, man. So he's going back to the old heavyweights, dude.
Jumanji and Moana.
But you know
Yeah.
what? If this roundabout brings him back as Luke Hobbs, we're good. We're set.
Fast X Part 2 is coming out after like 500 years.
Please, Lord. All
It's
right,
been too long.
my last one. I have five other DC super pets, and you're gonna give me like blind rank these based on how much aura you think these guys have.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm down.
I pulled this off the weirdest DC animal character list I found. First one is Jarro, which is a Starro variant that was mentored under Batman and wears a Robin suit and wants to be Robin.
Okay.
I don't think that's Aura. I don't think that's Aura.
No, no, I don't think so either. Are we gonna say five on this one, or do you think there could be a
Yeah,
worse option? We're gonna go five.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
down
We're
with
gonna go
five.
five.
Let's do it.
Might be one of the worst Robin adjacent characters we got, dude. It's tough.
Yeah, I feel
Unironically,
safe at
never heard of that
five.
character until
Yeah, me
now.
neither.
And even
I
in
me
reading about it, I'm like, that doesn't sound like Aura right there. So I'm gonna be like,
neither.
that's in
Ne-
the bottom.
Next up, I'm hitting you with Flexi, who is a parrot that is owned by Plastic Man.
Because it's owned by Plastic Man, that does boost his points a little bit. But the question is, does he have Crypto and Ace on this list?
No, these are all five new ones.
Oh, five
Five
new
new
ones.
ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So no
Okay.
Crypto and Ace the Bat Hound.
No,
Okay.
no one you're expecting is on here.
Okay, so it genuinely is about Aura.
Yeah, that's about all, man.
Plastic Man is not, well, he's cool. I love Plastic Man, but he's not Aura.
No, he's not Aura.
You
Definitely
want
not
to go
number five
through?
though.
No. You want to go like three or two?
I'm down with three. I'd
Okay,
say
we can go
three.
three.
All
We
right.
can go
I'd put it in
three.
the middle.
Yeah. Okay. I got Beppo the super monkey. He's from Krypton.
Oh, I still remember Beppo, I think, from the ending of the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, I think, with the Hall. Remember that?
Was that
Was
in
that Beppo? It
the
was the last
Arrowverse?
part. Yeah. It
I
was like
can't.
Hall of Justice, and there was like a broken cage,
Oh,
and
that
then
might
there's
have
like
been.
Galat.
God, I
I
need to
think that
rewatch
was
those.
Beppo. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it since they came out, but my mind went to that because I think that's supposed to be a
Yeah.
Beppo reference, but
I skipped Comet the super horse, Supergirl's horse for Beppo the super monkey.
where would I put Beppo though? I don't know about number one, but I'm kind of between like two, four, because I feel like it depends on what Josh will throw at us.
Mhm.
So it's just a matter of want to be positive and go two, or do you want to hope that there's probably some one that has more, or we're probably gonna go four. So hmm,
That is interesting.
that's tough.
That's very tough.
Oh,
Because man, I genuinely okay. I just looked him up. This person is
mhm.
not Aura.
There's no
No
aura.
aura,
Look at
no
no.
aura.
Man, you can't even see. It's like super. I wish. Can
Wait,
you,
okay.
you can
Oh yeah,
outline
yeah,
it a
yeah.
little
Yep, I
bit.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
interesting.
you want to go
Four?
four, four,
You want to go
four, four,
two?
four.
Four?
We,
Let's do it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah. We can go four.
four.
Okay.
Play it safe.
Okay.
Okay, I'm down with that.
I feel like you should immediately hear the word Beppo as his name and not give him aura
And
points
not
off
be
that
like,
dude. Um, Next I have Topo. He's the octopus that Aquaman owns that can play the drums that you see in the Aquaman movie.
Oh, come on.
One. Oh no.
One?
The drums from
Oh
I
yes, it
gotta
was
go
one.
one.
One. Okay, one.
That's
One.
one. That
One.
aura, straight up aura. Like, come on. Aqua's playing the drums in Aquaman. Like,
That
that's
was
Okay.
legendary.
that was
That's
Aura
cool.
when the camera panned on him and in the first
Just
Aquaman and you saw him just playing the drums.
So
that's so cool.
my twist here is that the order I gave you these were the aura level that I would give these guys because number one, I have the guy with the most aura, the Bat Cow, Batman's cow with a cape,
Hmm.
which
Mm,
is number one aura for me, man.
Still say
Octopus with drums
Topo.
though.
Yeah, Octopus
Topo with
with
the drums,
drums
man.
is
I'm sorry.
kind of
Just
No,
yeah. I'm happy with this ranking.
you're happy
I'm
with it?
this one I'm chill with. I think this one I'm cool with.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
I'd
happy
say
with it.
so.
Jalen, we're gonna cover Lego
Yeah.
Batman. Bat Cow's in that game.
Yeah, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but that still does not make me really like Lego Batman 3 at
Oh,
all.
I'll get into that, man. No. Um, I got two news things, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. First one I got here, Supergirl trailer 2 came out
Hmm.
um last week. Well, we had an old episode like a we recorded a while ago, so we didn't get to cover it.
Yep.
And I don't think we got a ton more. We got to look at David as Superman. We got to look at
Jason Momoa's Lobo a little
yeah,
more.
Lobo and Supergirl's dad and just a little more of everything. And we also got the more of the plot of what's happening to crypto and what their mission is. And I don't know about you guys, but I liked it more. It was a better
I
trailer than the
agree.
first one, but
I agree.
it still just feels like a superhero movie that I don't need to go see. I will go see
Hmm.
because
That
I'm a
was
DC guy, but it doesn't feel
Right.
like I don't see if I'm a general audience member, like what is really bringing me here. The
Yeah.
that was
visuals aren't
exactly
there, and honestly, like the characterizations from what I see aren't exactly super innovative.
yeah, that was exactly
Right.
what I was about to say too, is that I did not see in watching this trailer. I did not see like hype or anything like that. And the thing is, like, not every trailer has to have hype moments. Like, I'm not saying that at all, but at
Hmm.
least have something that makes you want to go to the theater and sit down and watch this thing. When the trailer released, and I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot the trailer released. Like
Dude,
it does nothing for the movie. Like it genuinely doesn't. Granted, it was cool to see Lobo in full force, and it was cool to actually see like the color grade and to see Supergirl in action this time with the suit and all that. But I don't know what the drawing factor is for this movie. I don't know who this movie is for, then like obviously superhero fans, but like more specifically, who is this movie for? Like I just I don't feel it, you
mhm.
know?
Hmm.
And then I think Daredevil released earlier on in the week, and people
That
were
had more
talking more about that
traction.
episode. Yeah, that had way more traction, and
Oh,
even
even Wonder Man getting renewed got more traction.
yes, that is exactly what I was about to point out because I forgot that Wonder Man got more traction. When Wonder Man gets more traction than Supergirl, and the Wonder Man traction is just an announcement, and this is a full-on
A
trailer.
trailer.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
Jack,
and
Hmm.
we
like I
haven't heard you cover Supergirl before on here.
Hmm.
How are you feeling about all of it?
So as you can see, Superman shirt. I love Superman. I saw this movie many times in general. Heck, I even got my cup here prepped for this episode. I'm looking forward to Supergirl, but I will admit I wish I was feeling more excited for the movie coming into it the same way I am for like Spider-Man. Now, Brand New Day is like my most hyped comic book movie of the year. Where from that trailer onward, I was like, think about every day. I want this
Mhm.
movie like in my veins right now. And Supergirl, it's like saw the first trailer, was pretty underwhelmed by it, but was still like trying to be hopeful that maybe something will kick in with the marketing and I'm more locked in. And I do think this is a better trailer. Like it shows you more of what the movie's about, like Crypto's fates in the balance. You see more of Jason Momoa's Lobo, who's like the one character I'm most excited to see in this movie, aside from seeing more of Supergirl. Um, it does look like it has a little bit more of a flair to it because a common thing I've seen online about the first trailer, which I don't entirely disagree with, is that it looks a lot like they filmed it on nowhere.
Yeah.
But it was a fine trailer, but I never watched it thinking to myself, I'm gonna watch this every single day after it came out. It was more cool, got a trailer, better than the first. I'll watch it opening weekend. But at the same time, though, I still feel like marketing could be a little better for this one, considering it's the second movie in the DCU, coming off of something as big as Superman, which was in the cultural zeitgeist all last year. So to have like the next entry be a movie that's not getting as much traction and arguably not having as great of a marketing run, it's a little disappointing. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Jalen, I have to wonder, dude. I feel like part of the reason why this isn't hitting like the way Superman was with excitement and stuff is because it's kind of giving off the energy of this is gonna sound really mean of like a live action remake in the sense that like
Hmm.
with a lot of it's very rare for a superhero movie that goes to theaters. You see it with the animated stuff, but like goes to theaters to be a direct translation of a comic book
Yeah.
storyline, one to one. And so when we see this, we know what the plot is and we know the general beats of everything. Lobo is your one little wild card. I think there's a sense of I can look at the other story and it's so much more colorful and so much more vibrant and interesting
This
and
one looks more toned
and
down.
even darker in ways. And you look at this and it's just like it kind of just feels like like watered down. Not as bad
Hmm.
as Moana, like I was referencing, but like that's kind of I think why people aren't excited about it. It's just because
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
just expect like you kind of know what you're getting more than any other superhero movie in a long time.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I mean, at the end of the day, you know that crypto is going to be saved. You know they're not going to kill off crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they kill off
Not in second
crypto,
appearance.
that's gonna make a lot of people very unhappy when crypto is like one of your MVPs of Superman. I would feel
Yeah.
like if they were to kill off crypto, a lot of people would not be very happy with it, even if the movie does a good job of doing that story idea.
Even
So
Hmm.
there's a little bit of, yeah.
the reluctant like parental figure with the small rebellious child they have to take with them.
Hmm.
How many times have we seen
Last of
that?
Us,
Every Star
Mandalorian,
Wars project
every
ever.
Star Wars
Yep.
project. Yeah,
I
Yep.
it's way more. Yeah, the story of this as a movie does look a lot more like, oh, we're doing another, your lead character teams up with this childlike character
yeah.
and they go on this little adventure. And it's been so prominent these last couple of years that by now it's like not as exciting because it's like, oh, it's this kind of story. We've seen a lot of those in mainstream media that are super popular.
Yeah.
So,
It's the most pitch movie ever where it's like, hey, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, but also like punk rock and also found family. And it's just like, yeah, but what are you bringing? And the whole point of Woman of Tomorrow, that comic that I haven't read, but everyone else on my podcast has read, is that it's such an innovative take on Supergirl. And it's funny
mhm,
that the movie is like the exact opposite, where it just kind of feels like we know what we're getting. And that sucks because I really thought this
right.
was gonna be a big tonal departure from Superman and be its own unique, weird thing
Mhm,
because it's all set in space. So I was like, they're gonna go all out on this. And
yeah.
it does not look like at all they're going all out.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm worried about is it has a lot of competition when it comes out in June. Because right before this is
Oh
Toy
yeah.
Story 5. And right after this is the Moana remake. And then right after Moana remake is like obviously the big threats of the Odyssey and Spider-Man. I
Mhm.
know that's talking just box office rather than the quality of the movie. Like with the creatives involved, I'm still hopeful that the movie will probably be pretty good. I don't know if I'm expecting like Superman level
Right.
surprise where it comes out and everybody like talks about Superman in that same
Yeah.
manner for Supergirl, but
But it's box
so I
office
still have faith it'll be
performances.
good.
It's
But
important. It's
it is,
important to
yeah.
where we're going to see a lot of these projects.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the first like we're betting on a character that's not Superman, Batman in a while. and we're gonna see it flop again, like we saw in 2022 and 2023 over and over and over again. What
especially in
confidence are they
the
gonna
Supergirl
have?
movie in the 80s.
Yeah. Uh, I don't
Yeah.
know. Jalen, are you feeling any any better about this one or no?
I don't think so.
No,
Sadly.
it's like the
And
same.
like
Mhm.
I wanna truly be excited. Like I truthfully do want to be like over the moon. And even like I remember I watched the first teaser for it and I was really excited afterwards.
Mhm.
Um, and this one actually I think did a little less for me. I think it's better than the teaser for sure, but it
Right.
somehow did less for me. So it's kind of like an anomaly. But
Yeah.
I just like I feel like they can do better in their marketing department because there is nothing here to get me or anyone I've seen excited. Meanwhile, you got Daredevil coming out. That's people you have people talking about that every week, especially with the stuff that's going on and the people who are coming back. You have Invincible and the Boys starting too.
Yeah.
So it's like people are talking about so much more
Everything
things.
but
I hear,
DC.
yeah, everything but DC, I see no one being like, "Oh my God, Supergirl comes out in this amount," or "Oh my God, Lanterns comes out." Matter of fact, right? So I'm on TikTok. I'm trying.
Right.
I'm dealing with a little bit of a TikTok addiction, so I'm trying to beat it. But TikTok,
Yeah.
on my For You page is edits. It is a whole lot of
Hmm.
superhero edits, right?
Same here.
And there are some people who have been doing 2026 superhero edits, and they put all the Marvel stuff first. They put Daredevil, Wonder Man, Spider-Man, Avengers. They do all the Invincible and the Boys stuff. They do the Wolverine game, Lego Batman,
Right.
and then you get to Supergirl and you get to Lanterns, and it's only like two clips for each.
Oh, eh,
Yeah, and it's a
yikes.
consistent thing amongst a bunch of editors, where it's like no one is like, "Oh my God, Supergirl is this, Lanterns is this, Clayface is this." No one is excited for these three projects,
It makes you
Uh,
wonder too, because Marvel's doing a lot of interesting marketing tactics with Spider-Man and Avengers. Like, people can argue that they're not good, but they're interesting. And even
Yeah,
Daredevil, like some of these trailers they're putting out are just full on edits as trailers.
Yeah.
exactly.
They're pretty
Yeah.
crazy. And it's like DC, you need these things to succeed. Like you need Supergirl and Lanterns to succeed way more than Marvel
Yeah,
needs Daredevil season 2 to succeed. And you're just
Yeah.
yeah,
putting in the minimal effort to market these right now.
I think
and
Lanterns
that
didn't help much
was
either because the trailer,
exactly.
people were just like, what was this? And it's like really strange because Superman had great trailers.
Oh
Mhm.
So
yeah,
it's
I
weird to
think about that
see
Superman
Superman
first trailer.
marketing, like they were working overtime on the Superman marketing. And then with Supergirl and Lanterns, it doesn't feel like there is high energy or giving
No,
out that, like, I need to be there day one energy. I think that's not a great sign because you want to start a new universe for DC going forward. You want to have that first movie do so well, but you also want the subsequent entries to also gain some traction in ways. And I feel like with Supergirl, it's like not gaining very much out of it. Like even people I know who love Superman, they don't really know or even talk much about this movie. And I'm like, dang.
It sucks because
yeah,
Yeah.
I see that whole movie right now. I see every story beat. I see the 76% Rotten Tomato score. I see the 300 million box office, and I see the world moving on.
yeah,
Hmm.
and
All of it
that was
right
actually
now.
some that was something that you pointed out earlier too, Josh, is that the way that Marvel is doing their trailers now,
Yeah.
it is like 2 minute long edits.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was gonna point out, and I mean, you even see like TikTok editors are getting in these marketing department rooms, like with like the famous Creed edit actually got into Ryan Coogler's Spear.
Hmm.
And Ryan
Hmm.
Coogler utilized that person to make a Sinners edit around Oscar time because that was going to bring in more revenue and the Sinners re-releases and all that other stuff, right? And Marvel is hiring editors on TikTok to make these trailers. I think DC might need to learn a
Lock
little
in.
something and lock in,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be honest, an edit, it is crazy how an edit can make you want to watch something even if it's not good.
I know.
Hmm.
A good edit will make the best thing look, or will make the worst thing look like, dang, this has a lot of aura. Like
Yeah.
it has a lot of aura right now. So I
Yeah.
think DC just needs to lock in because there is nothing here that is like, oh my God, I really want to go see Supergirl. Oh my God, she's so cool. She's this, she's
So
that. Like I
Yeah.
don't really see little girls or little boys getting really excited for this
mhm,
movie and being like, "Oh my God, a new DC superhero movie is coming
Yeah.
out. Let's go watch it." I don't really see that, and that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
whoever's running DC's
It's
YouTube channel, dude, you see those videos lately, man?
crazy.
It's like
The
either the
titles are
trailer,
nuts.
or it's like top 10 hottest Nightwing moments, and then it's just like every like
Yeah.
emoji that you can put. And I'm like, are we
It's so
stuck? Are
weird.
we stuck in late Facebook era
Yeah,
DC? Is that where we're
we are.
it's
We
it's
are.
it's bad, man. And
You look at how Marvel YouTube channel titles their videos look at DC and it's like night and day. It's
mhm,
like, dang, look at that.
uh, so we'll see, man. But I think the saddest part, the one final thing I gotta point out is that I'm seeing more stuff, bits and bits of Lobo, and I get it and it looks
Yeah.
good, but I'm still not there. And I feel like I should be like really excited, and I'm not there at all.
Hmm.
This feels like
Yeah.
a big character to bring in, and Jason Momoa playing is a big moment, and I don't
Big
feel like
deal.
they're capitalizing on that. And I just don't think they're showing like anything interesting with him.
I'm just hoping it's the case of maybe the movie's not being marketed all that well, but then the movie comes out and it's like, oh crap, this movie's actually really cool. Like it really shocks people with what they maybe hide from the marketing. I'm hoping that's the case rather than the movie comes out and it just gets a very lukewarm reception.
It doesn't help that he's gray and the movie already looks gray, and so
Yeah, not the most vibrant looking
there's
movie.
nothing to pop, dude. I've seen people like edit the stills of him, and it looks so much better. And I'm like, I don't get
Yeah.
it, but
It's
it's okay.
crazy because then you have the Spider-Man trailer and that looks a little more vibrant than what we have seen out of Supergirl.
I don't get it. I don't get it at
Yeah,
all.
maybe Marvel's locking in. It's like Marvel kind of locking in again this year, which I know they need to, but then it's like look at DC and it's like DC, you gotta up your game too after how great last year turned out.
Up your game,
Yeah,
man.
because so far, bro, Marvel is hitting like Wonder Man, like a unseen
Yeah,
success. And so far,
it's
Daredevil
good
is bringing
so
a lot of people
far.
back. Yeah, so far, Daredevil is bringing a
Yeah,
lot of people back,
yeah,
and
Yeah,
DC, they gotta get their junk together.
yeah,
You
yeah.
yeah.
know,
Which is nuts because I have yet to finish. I'm like halfway through Wonder Man, and I love what I've seen. Like I just watched the Doorman episode, and that episode's fantastic.
so
And the Spider-Man trailer is awesome. I'm all caught up with Born Again, and I'm so in. As someone who loves the original show, like I've watched these episodes season two, and I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I love this. Keep up this energy, and we're in for an all timer. And I look at some of the upcoming stuff from Marvel, and I'm like, I can't lie, I'm growing more faithful in Avengers Doomsday, and this is just me being an optimist. Or I'm excited for Spider Man, or some of these future things like Wonder Man getting renewed. I think is a really cool sign. And so as them wanting to do yearly releases for like X-Men 97 this summer and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2 and all that. So, which is good for Marvel, but I'm also going to DC like it would be weird if DC locks in so hard for Man of Tomorrow when that starts to kick in. And then you look at all the other stuff they do and it's not maybe James Gunn exclusive and it's just like you could see where the effort's going in.
Yeah. I mean, and look, like listeners, I don't like coming on here. Jalen, I bet you don't either week after week and being like, I'm not excited for Supergirl and Lanterns because that's not the energy I was bringing into the beginning of the year. But
Hmm.
it's truly just the drip feed of no marketing they're putting out. And when they do put out something, it's
Yeah.
just okay. And I'm not even trying to be nitpicky, man. I'm just like, you're not giving me anything.
Yeah.
You're giving
And
me
I
stuff
think they
that's
could
not
do better.
exciting. They could, yeah, they
Yeah.
can do better. And I'm sure
Like
these
Superman.
things, I'm
Yeah.
sure with the proper tools, they really like put their best foot forward on this stuff. And it
Yeah.
makes me worry that the actual projects are not. But to be fair, we haven't seen the Ton of Lantern, so we'll see a little bit more of that. But Supergirl, I just feel like I know exactly what this is, and I know exactly how it's going to perform. And it makes me sad because I really wanted that to be like a
Yeah.
surprise hit.
Makes me interested in what Clayface will look like when marketing kicks in, because that's like arguably an even more niche movie that they're gonna
Yeah,
put out, which has people involved that I'm really excited to see, and I like am looking forward to that movie greatly. But I
yeah.
do wonder what that's gonna look like, considering
Me
like
too. Me
Superman
too.
and Supergirl are both movies that seem very like anyone can go see this. And then Clayface is a very specific kind of story within this little universe. So I'm curious what that's going to look like. So if that gets marketed really well, that'll be really cool.
I
Like I
think
hope it
that
gets more the Superman treatment than the Supergirl treatment in that front.
I mean that might honestly get their biggest pop this year, depending on how that actually turns out. But there's a good chance that's their most successful
With
project,
Mike
which is
Flanagan writing it, I am confident it'll probably be very good. I'd be
yeah,
shocked if it's not, but
yeah. Meanwhile, they have two things coming out next year. They got Superman 2 and the Batman 2. And I bet like the whole crew $10 that they were gonna announce a merge. And I don't I'm feeling less likely about that every day, but it's fine. It's fine. But the Batman 2,
yeah.
their working title right now is Semper Vigilans, which translates to always
Okay.
watchful, which everyone is theorizing right now is a Court of Owls type little thing we're setting up
hmm
here. I don't even think for a working title you have to hint at what the plot is, and I think it's very interesting that that's what they
Right.
chose.
Court of Owls being, I guess, the direction they go in, I don't think is that surprising to me.
Mm-mm,
Like, if you're making
not
a,
at
with the
all.
first movie being so deeply rooted in like crime and uncovering corruption, I feel like if you follow up on that, one of the big things you could do with that idea is do Court of Owls. Like, oh, there's the secret society in Gotham City that Batman finds out about. And maybe go more into like the corruption and more of the past of the Wayne family that we see Bruce discover in the previous movie. So that's not surprising to me if that's what they do Court of Owls for. It does make me curious that if it's true, as far as I know, that Sebastian Stan is playing Harvey Dent in this, like what's that gonna look like? What kind of
Right.
story are they gonna tell with Batman Part Two? And I think if I'm not mistaken, they want to do a movie where he is leaning a lot more on being Bruce Wayne. So there's kind of like how does he balance being Bruce Wayne in the public eye so as being the Cape Crusader? But I'm
No.
excited because I think the Batman is arguably the best DC movie of the past decade. And I say this as someone that loves Superman, even though they're neck and neck for me. So I am very curious what the sequel is going to do.
Right.
But I do think it's another thing where I'm kind of look back. I'm like, what do you mean it's been 4 years since the first movie came out? Like it's been a while, and now it's like here it is, Pattinson in the role again.
Jalen, are you a big Court of Owls guy?
Yeah, bro. I love the Court of Owls, and I mean, I called it from, the jump when Matt Reeves dubbed it the epic crime saga. I was like, this is
Yeah,
totally going in the Court of Owls section, and like the Court of Owls have been like such a big pop, recently. So
yeah,
I can definitely see it going there. I mean, that's the only one that really makes sense, to finish this trilogy off is the Court of Owls and to,
I'd agree.
get down into how deep this corruption really goes into a secret society of all the rich figures in Gotham City. Being behind everything that has happened, all the corruption, all the poverty, all of that is caused by this one secret society that Bruce has to take down. So I totally see it going that way. I don't think they're the villains of this movie, but I
They
think
hmm
gotta
they're
be.
behind the scenes. I mean, plus like the Penguin, they like Penguin hinted at them. Like the series had like
hmm
stuff in the background in relation to them, and they even had some characters who
Yeah,
have been known to be associates of the Court of
Ah,
Owls in the comics. They were
yeah.
very
yeah.
small, very, very, very small characters, but like it's still like
The
watching
seeds
new
are
rock
planted.
stars. Yeah, watching new rock stars, it'll definitely fill you in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I definitely feel like that's where we're going. I do feel like this one will be part two will definitely be more long Halloween focused.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what I imagine.
That's what they said about the first
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
too, when that
it's
was coming
based
out.
on. It's inspired by Long Halloween. So I think it'd be
Yeah.
interesting to go from a story with Long Halloween as inspiration to being maybe a more direct adaptation of Long Halloween.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
of
I
sorts.
it's kind of similar to Supergirl in the sense that like I look at it and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, and I kind of know exactly what the vibe's gonna be. but in a good way, where I'm really into
Hmm.
Matt Reeves tackling Court of Owls and stuff. And I don't want a long Halloween adaptation. I want just blends of everything, similar to how Superman blended for all seasons
Yes,
and All Star and all that. Like, yeah, throw
I
in
agree.
the Court of Owls, New 52 type stuff, throw in Long Halloween, throw in Mask of the Phantasm. Let's do some of that too. Let's just blend that
I
all
agree.
and give it that Matt Reeves sauce, dude.
I
Um,
agree.
and I think honestly, the Court of Owls need their retribution after some of these adaptations because I've been in there at the Gotham Knights show. They were in the Gotham TV show as
Hmm.
well, and then they were in the Gotham Knights video game, all the Gotham stuff. And I don't think any of those three hit at all for like how cool this
I
society can
forgot they
be.
were in
Because
the Gotham TV show, and I watched the whole thing.
I exactly,
Interesting.
man. And
Yeah.
I remember I had the first issue of that comic back in like 2011. And I thought it was so cool. And I love the talents. And I
Hmm.
think everything there can be done really well. And it's just, it's a matter of creatives. And I think Matt Reeves
Yeah.
got it, dude.
Yeah. The Batman is such an excellent movie. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like if there's anybody right now that could do Court of Owls justice, if that's the direction they go into, like, I have full faith he's going to find a way to make it work.
right.
Like, just
Yeah.
watching that first movie adapt Batman and do a new adaptation of like Riddler and all these characters, it's just like it's just so good, the movie itself. So I'm like, and plus Matt Reeves' reputation with doing sequels is already like super good because of Dawn and War of the Planet of the Apes. So he has more that kind of gives him like an edge of, oh, I have a lot of trust in the guy. So when
Yeah.
Batman Part 2 comes around, I'll be hyped when that first teaser or look at the movie drops. But it
Dude,
does make me wonder. Oh yeah, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I'd be so stressed as Matt Reeves because there's so much expectations with this one that if you're putting
Yeah,
in anything less than a great follow-up, you're gonna be like one of the
people
most
be.
disappointing
Yeah,
things the entire year. People will not let that
yeah.
go if it's a 7 out of 10 type movie.
That's kind of what it was for Matrix fans when the sequels first came out. Because the
Right,
first movie was so cultural, it was a cultural phenomenon, and everybody was so hyped for the two sequels.
right,
And then I remember a lot of people walked out kind of like, oh, that was kind of disappointing. Although I think in hindsight, I don't think they're that bad.
right.
But still. But no, I have to imagine Batman Part 2 will be a very good follow up. Now, topping the first is going to be really, really tough. I don't think it's going to be an easy feat, but I think he could make something very worthwhile if they have interesting ideas and characters to play off of in terms of what will they do next for Batman.
Yeah.
But that marketing better be as good as the first because that was a generational run that that movie had leading up to its release.
All I'm saying is that if they drop an announcement or if they drop a little credit scene of Pattinson and Corn Sweat, dude, they're saved, dude. That's all they need.
All they need to do.
Not gonna
Are you
happen.
for the
It's not
merger
gonna.
Oh,
between?
I'm for the merger, man. I'm for the merger.
Can I tell you a secret?
I want different tones.
Can I tell you a secret? I
Yeah.
guess over time, I actually would agree with you.
Hmm.
Like, like I understand, I guess, the idea that they're both so different from one another, but at the same time, that is kind of the appeal
That's the
with
appeal.
Batman and Superman. Like, you have such totally distant like worlds and tones and like the lives of each of these characters. So seeing them come together is like really cool. Like, I do think there's probably a idea that Matt Reeves doesn't really want to make a merge, and if that's his choice, like I get that. At the same time, though, I don't think having Corn Sweat and Pattinson together is that incompatible. Like there's similar ideas with the
Yeah.
individual characters of Batman, Superman, in both those movies, where I think to myself parallels. I'm like, oh, I could see them doing a world's finest movie if that's what the universe manifests into existence. But
I mean, I feel like
yeah,
every week someone brings up Wonder Man on this show that I haven't watched, and the whole appeal of that is it's in the same universe as freaking Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday. And I've
yeah,
always the whole appeal of Batman and Spider-Man or Batman and Superman is just the tonal clashes. World's Finest is not because they're in
the same,
the same vein.
exactly.
I mean, even like I just watched Avengers and leading up to that, like Thor one is
Shakespearean
very different from Captain America, very different from Iron Man.
Thor
Very,
and
oh
Cap.
yeah, so it's like
Yeah,
it's like a easy layup, and I feel like it's gonna be you look back on it 10 years later. Yes, you might get a really good Batman trilogy, but it's gonna be one of the biggest fumbles ever if they don't.
Yeah, it just makes me hope that whatever they do with DCU Batman is worth it because I feel like a lot of the general consensus I see from so many people is they see Pattinson as the current Batman and like he's our mainstay Batman as of right now. And I think it would be cool to see Pattinson and Corn Sweat as Superman and Batman in the same universe because you already have an established Batman who's already
Yeah,
like both of them are like early into being superheroes. So obviously you have a lot of similarities between them there. So I think it would be disappointing if what they end up doing with DCU Batman that we would see with Superman is not on that same level as either Pattinson Batman or Accordance with Superman. So I gotta hope what they're gonna do is great. But as of
yeah,
right now, I'm just like, I don't know, because you already have Pattinson Batman, who's a great new take on the character that people see as like the definitive Batman as of this point in time.
yeah. I mean, Jalen, you talk about edits. How many edits have you seen of Corn Sweat and Pattinson merged together?
I've seen
Few,
too
a
many.
few. I've seen, yeah, I say I've seen a good amount.
You know,
I've seen too
it's
many.
well, but that's all I got to say about that. That's it for this week. Jag, thanks so much for coming on. It's great to
Oh,
have
no
you.
problem. This was awesome. This is a
Yeah,
blast.
yeah. Jalen, I think we're covering a comic run next week, dude. We're talking some
Yes, we
Green
are.
Arrow and Green Lantern.
Hard traveling heroes. I'm
Let's
excited to
go.
read it with you
Let's
guys.
go back.
Fun.
Yep.
Can't wait to
So,
listen to that one.
yeah, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Yeah.
See you.